Okay, hey.
Hello. Is it time?
Hello. Oh yeah,
Should
yeah.
we start?
Hello.
We are recording. I'm just gonna
Oh,
adjust
really
the
recording.
I'm just gonna adjust
No.
Oh no,
the volumes. Okay, sweet.
the volumes.
Um, yeah. Should we get right into it? Last session you fought off all the gnolls in this cave, uh, and you inadvertently stopped some sort of ritual that took place inside this cave with a human, or sorry, a dwarf. This dwarf turned invisible and ran away from you, turning to one of the boats, and managed to start to make his way down into uh, the cavern river. Before not long before you managed to catch up with him, Holimion, with some acrobatics stunts and some fails also. And
I
yeah,
meant to end up in the water.
yeah, exactly. I meant to end up in the water. And Maddie had a vision also, kind of a vision, kind of a spell was brought down upon her, and you saw your home of Sanabor being overflown and people drowning. Um, and then
And a
he
vision of a
managed.
dwarf.
What?
A vision of a dwarf.
Yeah, a vision of a dwarf, and it felt like the dwarf that was in front of you. This dwarf, reminiscent of a teacher from Sanaboar, a professor of some sort. And he shoved you in the water, and then he started to flee into one of the tunnels leading out of this cave.
I,
So, effectively, we are still in combat if there's anything you would like to do. Mm,
I will follow him.
so, let's see. Uh, it is Maddie and the Steel Defender because, yeah, he moved, and that's where we ended last session. So, it is Maddie and
Maddie.
the Steel Defender.
Is movement rounded up or rounded down on it? Asked.
What did you say? Is the movement rounded up or
Is
rounded down?
movement rounded up or rounded down now that it's halved? Because she can move 2.5
So it's rounded
square.
down. It's rounded down.
Well,
So it's 10 feet.
10 feet. And climbing the cliff, would that require to get out of the water? Would that...
I mean, water is difficult terrain, and the climbing the cliff would probably be difficult terrain.
difficult terrain?
Yeah, because you
Well,
are wearing armor and stuff as well, so it will
yeah.
be heavy for you.
I mean,
Heavy.
so she's good. That's it. That's her move.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Uh,
you swim to the shore and you climb up the cave or the small wall there, ledge.
Now,
Yeah.
she still has she still has the fear.
5, 10,
The,
15,
she's still
20,
afraid.
25, 30. Yep.
Is he still can it still can she still see the dwarf?
Yeah, he is 35 feet away from you. So you can still see him.
So Maddie's gonna bring up her crossbow
Mm-hmm.
and make an attack.
Yeah.
With disadvantage because
Uh,
of the fear.
yeah.
Gonna do 2.
16 and
16.
17.
Yeah, 16.
Let's see. Yes, he has spell slots left. You see your arrows disappearing, or you see them kind of in a grayish hue deeper into this small tunnel, and you see again the same light that you saw before when he has used his magical shield to prevent you from hitting him. You see just a flash of lights appear, and yeah.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah,
And now it's a wisdom thing, right?
Yeah.
Just a quick.
Go ahead, Holimion.
I don't think he have disadvantage as Ace cast the glitter thing on him. So
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's
we
true, that's
attack
true.
with advantage,
Uh,
but
Yes.
it
it's
just
still-
nullifies.
Yeah,
Roll.
it still doesn't hit.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Nah,
it still
but
doesn't hit. Yeah,
yes,
good
for
point.
Yeah, but
yes,
that's a good
for,
Good point. Thanks.
Future stuff.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a what is it? Wisdom saving throw.
Yes,
Yep.
with advantage. Please, with
Uh,
advantage.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh
dead.
no!
She's dead.
You take a lot of damage again. Let's see.
Yeah, she's down.
Probably. Oh, not this one. 4d10. Let's see what happens. That is
Why is there a
25 damage.
Yeah, she's down.
Yep.
Why is there a skull? No, Maddie.
The
Yeah,
skull.
she's down.
The skull is
Psychic damage.
yeah. The skull is the frightened condition. I mean, what happens, Maddie? How do your comrades see this?
I don't know. I think she gets out of the water and then she's sort of just crazy and she just faints
Sweet.
for some reason.
Fires
Like
the
it's-
crossbow and then just holds her head in like a
Holds her head and collapses.
fucking big ass migraine headache and then collapses to the ground, out cold,
Yes.
slowly dying. Okay,
That's that.
that's that.
And the steel defender, well, I mean, it's
The
just
steel
gonna move up, right?
defender acts on its own turn, or on its own
Yeah.
now. So yeah.
Yeah, but it can't really do anything. It won't catch up to the boat.
Nah,
So
I
it's
mean,
just gonna stay close.
I don't think it can swim. So no.
But it's difficult terrain. It's a high. Of course it can swim.
Does it have like small
Did you build it?
air pockets folding out
course.
when hitting water?
Of course.
Of course.
But no. Yeah, it's not. That's turn.
Sweet. Ace. You have a teammate down,
Yeah.
and this dude fleeing into a dark tunnel from. You can't see him from where you are at the moment. You can choose to throw your lights down into the tunnel if you want to.
Then I'm going to throw 2 lights
Yeah.
down the tunnel.
So I will say, because from
But I don't see.
Yeah, I know. From your
shit now.
perspective, you can't see shit. So I'm gonna just say, like, you
Yeah.
throw one light down the tunnel, and we'll just leave it here. And I'll say you see him in the tunnel now, disappearing into the boat, or in the boat.
My question is, can I do medicine on? Is it the action if I want to?
So you
Can I
can
do medicine on
Yeah.
Maddie and still I cast a spell against him?
Yeah, you can. You can do a medicine check as an action, and then you can use your sorcery points to turn a spell into a bonus action.
Yep. Then I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
let's
so
see.
give me a medicine check. Sweet. Maddie, you are stabilized with 0 HP.
Yay!
And then I'll go to. What does it cost me now?
That's a good question. Font of Magic. Let's see. No, that's not it. Quicken spell. When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcery points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action. So you have
Yeah,
two.
so-
You have 2 sorcery points left, so you can spend the last and make a
then
action to a bonus
yeah.
action.
Yeah,
I
then
will
I'm going to do that.
I will say you don't have any spells left. You just have cantrips.
Yeah.
So you don't need to. I mean, yeah, you do need to actually. Sorry. Because they're actions, all of them. Yeah.
Do I reach him with firebolt?
Yeah.
Then I'm doing that.
What is that? A 12? A 12 doesn't hit. You see your fireball just landing beside him in the water. And a bit of
I'm going to.
smoke.
Yeah, I'm going to stay by Maddie. So, yeah, it's not fucking worth it.
Maybe.
King.
Is that your turn, Ace?
Yeah.
By the way, can I ask you, how did it look when you did your medicine shit on Maddie? Like,
Oh.
you just stood there waving your hand in front of her?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. That's a Fae first aid.
Yep.
Holimion.
A 1 fury.
A 1.
Do I still do I see him as well?
Yep. Ace's light is still like beside him, so he's 35 feet away at this moment.
Yeah. I shoot my bow.
You shoot your bow. With advantage, because he is glittered, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
If he isn't invisible.
Oh, yeah, sorry, he's invisible. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, but a 25 should hit.
25 does it.
Yeah, and I have placed Hunter's Mark, or choosing Quarry on him.
Yep. So that's
10
extra
plus.
damage.
Yeah, I think it's 1d6.
I think so too. Sounds about right. So give me a 1d6. 3, thank you.
13.
You hear a ah from within the tunnel.
Do I see him collapse or anything?
He's still standing.
He's still standing.
Yeah.
That's one beefy fucking dwarf.
He is bloodied, by the way.
Yeah, that's what you said last time. So.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it. No, I don't think it was blood last time.
What did you say? 35 feet.
Yep.
And half movement.
Half movement for swimming. Yes.
Is it even possible to catch up with him if you swim?
It would be hard. I mean, if he keeps his steady pace and you keep your steady pace, he's gonna get away from you.
Yeah.
Technically, if he's blooded, he should have a little hard time to move that fast.
Nope.
I would say it's useless to chase after him. At least for us who have to swim.
Yeah. Maddie would agree, but she's not walking.
And again, I mean, you have Maddie beside you. He's still unconscious. You have
unconscious.
Yeah, you're stabilized but unconscious. You have Ace, who is just shooting cantrips at this point. No, like, real power left.
Will he disappear after this round, so to say.
It seems like the tunnel twists a bit in the near distance. Yeah.
Okay.
Did we not forget me to roll a dice?
No, because that was a cantrip.
Okay, yeah. Good.
If it's at all possible for me to shoot another arrow, I will do it, but I won't chase him.
Okay. So I will say like that's your turn then.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna move even further away. We'll see what the dice says. On a 10 or higher, you get to shoot again if you want to. Yeah. 14.
14. Okay.
Yeah. So he managed to just get to the corner. You all have, each of you have one round before he's out of sight permanently, or for the time being. So
should Ace go first?
yeah. Because still the defender can't really do anything to heal Maddie, right?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah.
No.
Zap.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Ace?
Well, the best I can do is fight.
Do any of you have some sort of healing, by the way?
Come on.
What fun?
Ace, what's going on? What are you doing?
I'm trying to roll a dice. There it comes.
Firebolt?
Bitch.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, the server we lost connection for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Shit.
I still can't see the wall. It's fine.
Can't?
That's fine.
Neither can I.
Uh-oh. Now it got reestablished.
Okay.
Fine.
That's weird. Yeah, 25 hits. Your mote of fire hurls down into this narrow path.
Yeah.
What happened?
All right.
Yeah. He took some damage. Boom, bada bing. Boom, bada bing.
One last arrow.
And Holimion, go ahead.
Yes.
Headshot.
I will try.
If you deal more than 50 damage, then it's fine.
50 damage.
Yeah, if you deal 50 damage or more, then
okay. I use help me friend, so I get advantage.
Niefindil sits beside you and says, "Wow!" Then you shoot. Yeah, 17 hits.
I'm going to roll.
If he doesn't want to block it, maybe.
No.
17. He's got one spell slot left. Yeah. Fuck it. He's gonna waste his last first level spell. He's gonna block your shot.
Fuck.
You see deep down in the tunnel, you see this light appear again. A golden shimmer that blocks your last arrow before disappearing around the corner.
Yeah.
And you can hear the faintest of laughter. Ha 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 ha. No, you can't. He doesn't laugh. Okay.
Doesn't Holimion have his smell now? So maybe Holimion can sniff him out in the village later on.
So I'm just gonna do something.
Do I see?
Because
I see that Maddie is stabilized.
Maddie is breathing. She seems to be in good condition.
Yeah.
Let's
She's
see
likely
here.
having nightmares. I
Token.
think she's looking quite
We
unhappy.
can't do much more, right?
I mean,
To
you're
try to
effectively out of combat. I think I just made it so you can see the whole map, right? Or maybe
Yeah.
no. Yeah, sweet. Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're out of combat and it's no point in you like wandering around looking for stuff. You just go where you want to go and tell me what you want to do.
Well, Maddie is sleeping.
Yeah, except for Maddie.
Can I try to wake her up?
You can try to wake her up. You come up to her, you shake her, you try to bring her back to consciousness. She's out cold. She's breathing. Her heartbeat is in a steady pace, but she's out.
Can't I do
I'd
medicine on
say
her again?
Huh?
I can't do medicine on her again to wake her up.
No.
you could see that she's like flailing and muttering as if she's having nightmares.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Can we remove the fear, please, so that she doesn't take any more psychic damage, please?
Sure. I
The
don't.
nightmares and the being unconscious is enough.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
But I already have advantage. It doesn't help.
Yeah, I mean, just do what you want to do, what you have been doing. Yeah. Your nightmares continue for a while, but eventually they kind of wander out, and you just you pass out.
I lift Maddie.
Yep.
Or wait, I I pick her up.
Yeah, she is small enough to be carried by Niefindil if that's what you want to do also.
Yeah, I carry her. I carry her over to there is a fireplace
to the right.
There, I think, on the same island.
Yeah, the fire is not lit, but there is a fireplace. Yeah.
Yep. I carry her over to that fireplace.
Yep.
I think Aisha have seen this before.
That's not
Holimion, without using any tinder or anything, just leans in and kind of blows life into the fireplace.
Very sweet.
Yeah. That's he is using what's it called? God damn it. Druidcraft.
Yeah.
And Niefindil lays down next to Maddie, placing a paw over her, just being there, comforting her in her nightmares.
Ace is really tired. He goes like, I'm all out. I'm tired. Maybe we should rest. Yeah.
Yeah. You rest, I guard.
I can guard when I wake up.
The Steel Defender kind of looks erratically back and forth and then goes to the other bridge and stands over there.
Before it walks away, Holimion tries to pat it on its head.
It is completely oblivious to the
Then I want to pick up. The dwarf was shot by an arrow, and he pulled it out,
Yeah.
kind of where Holimion is standing,
Kind of exactly
and
where
dropped
he's
it to the
standing.
ground.
Yep.
So I want to pick up that arrow,
Go
and
ahead.
I wipe off some of the blood from the arrow tip on a small piece of cloth.
Give me a medicine check right here.
Yes, sorry.
Or an investigation. Whichever you like.
I have a higher medicine.
Okay, go ahead. I will
If it
say
ain't perception.
this is a very specific thing. The DC is quite high, just but it's worth a roll.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So 3.
Yeah. Looks like blood.
Yeah. I wipe it off on a small piece of cloth, and then I tuck it away. Then Holimion, I won't move around on the map. I will walk around and collect like as many arrows as I can. If it's the right length, I will even steal some Gnoll arrows.
Yeah, they're about the right length. They're not as well made as your own, but they'll function. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I say if you go around and you gather all the arrows, even the ones in the quivers that hasn't been used, there's probably like 15, 16 arrows maybe for you to pick up.
Yeah, that's good.
So
What
yeah,
do we do
just jot
when
that
we to rest?
So that depends.
get-
Do you want to take a long rest? That's 8 hours, or do you want to take short rests?
Do I regain all my spells and AC on a short rest?
You regain your spells on a long rest, I think.
Maddie needs a long rest, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see when she wakes up.
I think I'm not quite sure about the rules here, but it might be that a long rest is what Maddie needs, and then she'll maybe wake up with 1 HP. But I'm not sure. Maybe seems logical, but
Yeah, she got.
Is Holimion hurt?
Yeah. Both Niefindil and Holimion is hurt, but we're good.
okay. Yeah. So you tell me what you want to do. You have a sense of the time. It's about just a little past midnight at this point. So you have been at it for some time.
Yeah. Do I have any sense of direction?
Direction from what? To what? To where?
The directions north, east, west.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's about the same as the map would suggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
To just keep it simple.
Kind of can assume that the route the dwarf is taking is leading out into the lake.
That's a fair assumption. Give me a survival check. Yeah, give me a survival check to just see if you got a better sense of where you're at the moment. The distance you walked underground and stuff. So yeah, a 12. I mean, from what you can tell, you are not too far away from the village, but you are definitely not close to the village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take a short rest then, but I don't get any spell backs, right?
No. I just
Did we
read.
come
How
up?
do I do?
I just read up on how this works. So, Maddie, can you roll me a d4? And whatever number it is, that's the amount of hours you are unconscious until you gain 1 hit point. Yeah.
That was fast.
So
Do
yeah.
I click on the S short rest?
Yeah. That should do it.
So if we stay for about 4 hours, then Maddie can take a short rest after she wakes up.
I mean, you wake up in about 1 hour with 1 hit point. Then you can take a short rest for 1 hour if that's what you want.
That's pretty much, yes, that's
Yeah.
what we need to do.
Yeah.
While they are sleeping, after I've collected the arrows and
Yeah.
stuff.
So yeah, just to be clear, like short rest can just be sitting down and relaxing. Also, you don't need sleep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
sorry, yeah.
I'm not taking a short rest.
You're not?
No.
Can I take a long rest then?
Yeah, I kind of assume that we will try to take a long rest during the night because we all need
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so Maddie Maddie has just spent 1 hour unconscious. She has rested for 1 hour. We'll say
Okay.
you have 2 hours to do whatever the fuck you want until you decide if you want to take a long rest or not. So if you want to
long
run
rest.
around and look at stuff on your own, Holimion, that's fine.
Yep. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Go ahead.
I'm going over to the other side where there is a bunch of tables and stuff.
Skipping,
And, I'm just
skipping
going-
over the lake, over the river again. Just like a...
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah.
Ploosh. No, not again.
Yeah. You end up at a table. You can see there are different documents. There seems to be a map over the nearby region. There's some weapons and stuff. Some seems to be in. I mean, from your standards, not quite what you're used to, but they look to be have been used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to snoop around if I can find anything that Holimion would find interesting.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a investigation check. $11. I mean, what would Holimion find interesting? There's some fungi on the wall that seems interesting.
Ooh.
Oh, fungi. I mean, yeah, there's the documents and the maps, but I mean that's not really up your alley.
No.
You see the spot where the dwarf was standing. It's on a sort of a raised natural platform in the cave. The markings and runes are still there. They're faint and they're not glowing anymore, but they're still there. Like they look to have been written in with some sort of arcane means.
Holimion ain't stupid. He grabs a document that seems to be of lesser importance, or maybe a map with a blank backside.
Okay.
And he kind of tries to draw the signs roughly.
Okay. Yeah.
If they should disappear
Okay.
before Maddie wakes up.
Okay, yeah. You jot down the inscriptions from what you can tell. They seem to have been written in Dwarvish. It's kind of a runic style to it.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure what they understand, but it's a language very easy to recognize, but hard to translate.
To understand, yeah.
Yeah.
When that's done, he will place it back on the table. Then I am going over, and I'm going to skin the big gnoll.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. How much of it do you want to skin? Like, should we do like a survival check to see how much you manage to? If you manage to peel him off in one piece, as you would with an orange, like in one piece, or if like small pieces.
I want to be able to make a cloak out of him.
Okay. Yes.
So
give me a survival check with. Yeah, give me a survival check. Because you have insane bonus.
a fucking natural one.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, all the blood and stuff, it's like sticky. You might be able to like drag him into the river, clean him, and then pull him out again, and then try. But for the moment, it's kind of hard to peel off the skin and the fur. He's kind of laying there in a pile with one other, and they're kind of glued together with the blood. Yeah.
Yeah. Holimion is going to undress to some degree. Then I'm going to go back and push them into the water.
Okay.
And then I drag them up by the docks.
Okay.
And I'm going to try again.
Okay, go ahead.
Doesn't my primal crafting proficiency give me any bonus?
Does it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Where does it say? Primal exploits. Is that it?
No, primal crafting, tool proficiency.
Okay. I mean that's just a tool. I mean that's you add your proficiency bonus, but you do that already.
Yeah, that's true.
So just don't.
Fine.
Yeah. I mean it's hard. This gnoll. As I said, like he's quite big and quite the skin is like super tight to his bone structure and muscle fibers. Like it's super hard to like
interlinked with scars.
I mean, yeah. It's like he's massive, this dude, and it's quite hard to get it off him.
I do as best as I can.
Okay.
To get some sort of cloak / headpiece.
Okay. Which piece of the gnoll would you like to try to cut off?
Like the head and the back.
Okay, yeah. So you managed to get pieces of the head and the skull with you, and like one side of the back. It's not the most prettiest thing, but I mean it's functional. You can probably like sew it together with some thread and a needle if you find some.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm going to run around and cut off gnoll ears all over the cave, from one ear from each gnoll.
Okay, that amounts to about 17 ears. Because I think you did that before, right? In the previous cave.
Yeah, I think so. I collected some ears.
Yeah. So you have I think 17 ears. Gnoll ears.
Yeah, then I think I would have spent at least 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
So I'm done.
So yeah, while you're running around, Maddie is kind of waking up, and as I will say, like when Maddie is kind of waking up from her unconscious state, you see Holimion drag this big fucking body past you, pull him down into the river, clean him, and then starts to peel skin off. And then you take your short rest, and you're back,
Maddie looks
Maddie.
at him and says, "Oi, oi." But she sort of just grabs something from her pocket, sits and fiddling about with it.
Sweet.
Can I remove that? There we go.
Yeah, sweet.
But Maddie is pretty beat. She's just sort of sitting, staring into the fire, and fiddling with something. But she's awake and she's in a better state.
I hand over as I get back one of my power bars of dried meat and berries and shit.
The meat.
The specialty.
Yeah, dried meat and berries crushed up.
Yeah. Maddie will
sun dried.
Maddie will eat it reluctantly.
Ace, do you still want your light to be up, Ace?
Well, I can see shit.
I mean, I've changed shit, so you can see now if you want to.
Can I see?
Because your lights only last for a minute. I mean, you could like recast them, but not while during the short rest. If you want the lights, you want them, but you don't need them per se. I will say, like, you have full visibility at this
take
point.
them away then.
Yep. I think one of them is behind you. Yeah. Sweet. So it's about 2:30 in the night. It's deep into the night. The sound of the water is imminent all the time. Is present all the time, and just the sound of like wind blowing through the caves.
Yeah, Ace is totally sleeping and like snoring. She got really tired of all the medical shit she did.
I think Maddie's back and forth sleeping as well. He's not super awake.
So, am I to understand you want to take long rests together, or?
Yeah, I said long rest.
I'm down for long rest now.
She was thinking about taking a short rest, but it turned out to be a long rest because she can't wait.
She can't wake up.
Fast asleep. Yeah, she's fast asleep.
Okay, so you go ahead and take long rests. Does anyone wanna keep watch over the night, or you feel confident in sleeping without a guard?
I keep guard.
The Steel Defender doesn't need to rest, right?
Yeah, the Steel Defender can keep guard.
Yeah. It could.
It does.
And it's vigilant. It can't be surprised.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do Maddie rely this to us?
I mean, no, but it's always like you've never seen it not be awake. Maybe I don't know if Holimion understands that it's not an animal.
He understands it's not an animal, but I'm not sure if he trusts it to keep guard.
He can see that the it's like patrolling, like in this parabolic kind of pattern. It looks as though it's keeping guard.
Sweet. God, I wish your intelligence was like 4, Holimion. It's like, good pet. Weird fur.
I mean, right now it does have the Gnoll head.
Yeah, it does. Oh, fucking terrifying. Fucking
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Holimion kind of figures that it is keeping guard.
Sweet. Yeah, so go ahead and take long rests, all of you. To those of you who spent hit dice, you regain half of them.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Down.
I spent all of mine. I didn't know you only recovered half.
Yeah,
I spent all of them during the short rest. Can I redo? If I'd known, I only had spent one.
Did you want to spend like one short one?
Yeah, if I had known that I would recover only half.
Sure.
I made a doo-doo. Thank you.
It's fine.
But if you take a long rest, do you have to use your hit dice then?
No. So when you take a long rest, when you take a long rest, you recover half of the spent hit dice.
Yeah.
I don't know how many you spent, Ace. Did you?
No.
No, you just took a long rest. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And during a long rest, you recover all your HP, right?
All your HP, all your spell slots. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Maddie, sweet.
I can recommend you using the long rest feature on the character sheet. It seemed to have done it.
Yeah.
So you can just click it in. Yeah, there it is.
It just
I
works.
don't have him. Okay. Let's see what way. Yeah.
Say when because I clicked on a long rest, it says Ace takes a long rest and recovers 5 hit points.
Yeah, because you.
I only have 4 hit dice.
No, but the hit points.
Hit points is different from hit dice.
You were probably missing 4 from the fight.
Yeah.
Never
mind.
I'm just working on stuff at the moment. Let's see. So yeah, you take a long rest, and during the night you find some peace, some quiet.
Not the Steel Defender.
Not the Steel Defender. The Steel Defender is
patrolling,
active and in charge of the situation.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Fuck. Okay. I'm trying to do something, and I'm fucking up. Fuck it. You are. Let's see. You awake quite late in the morning. You are you are awakened by the Steel Defender. The Steel Defender is kind of poking you, Maddie, as to say, get up.
Well, Maddie wakes up and says, "What's the matter?"
And it kind of takes one of its prongs and just points in one direction. Oh, now Henke disappeared.
Maddie will look in that direction.
Wait, Henke is gone.
Oh no! Oh no!
Henke!
The technical difficulties.
Continue. Oh, he's back.
Henke's back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. My Discord just died.
Oh no. It died.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back?
Maddie's looking in the direction that Steel Defender is pointing.
Mm-hmm. The Steel Defender is pointing toward where you came from. And you see from where you came from in the tunnel, you see the familiar face of Janus, the Lord of Swordbreak. And he has like a small group with him of farmers with pitchforks. And
Maddie's gonna see if she can wake up Ace and Holimion.
Yeah.
Oi! We've got the company over here. Time to rise and shine.
Yeah. I wake up.
Yeah, you see.
Holimion as well.
Yeah, you see Janus with a group of maybe 3-4 people that he has with him. I'm just gonna. They don't look like this, but he's got.
They don't look like that, but you're gonna use that to represent.
Yeah, because
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. I don't have
Maddie.
anything else.
Maddie is gonna look towards them and wave and say, "Oi, welcome, Lord Janus. I hope you brought some coffee, because we got fire, but none to drink."
Let's see. Let's see. I'll find some sort of image that kind of resembles him. Janus-looking fellow.
Does he have the pointy shoulders?
No. That's I didn't have the fucking image on my computer. It's just on the fucking Google Drive. Sorry. He doesn't have the pointy shoulders. He's the same old Janus dressed in noble clothes. He comes into the cave and kind of looks distraught for a moment, kind of terrified, and then he sees you and immediately turns to his self that you kind of recognize again. He kind of stretches like, "Whoa! Well, the heroes."
Well, we found your vermin problem.
So, well, what do we have here? Some sort of invasion from beneath, eh?
It seems so, yes. Well, it used to be.
Yes.
And moves back towards the fire.
And I assume you are the center of it all, aren't you, Maddie? You're the brain behind these operations.
Well, I sort of stumbled into this one.
He kind of leaves the other ones and walks over to you. Yeah.
We found the whole. I don't remember why. Why? Help me. Why did we end up there?
Yeah. We found Mr. Coyle upstairs. He has been murdered. It's a terrible fate.
Yeah. Per happenstance, we ended up at Mr. Coyle's residence, and the path led us here. Unfortunately, we didn't quite manage to get everyone. There was a dwarf that escaped.
He's like, yeah, I'm not in the business of, how do you say, accusing people, but it seems quite a coincidence that you spent time at Mr. Coyle yesterday, and now he's dead.
Well, we found his corpse, and then we found the Gnolls. I don't think that's a coincidence at all.
Who was first at the scene, so to say? Who was your first responder?
Well, that'd be our Pexi friend over here. Maddie says and points towards Aisha.
He takes a step forward to Aisha. You there?
Yeah.
What say ye? Do you have any information for me regarding yesterday's kerfuffle?
It was murdered by a knife.
A knife, you say?
And we followed the trail down here. We found lots of ugly-looking dog people and some invisible tiny human that I sprayed my glitter on, and he disappeared.
Seems like quite the adventure.
Yeah, couldn't you have come a little bit earlier? Because it would be... Maybe we could have caught that one if you had come earlier. To say.
Any more information about this invisible person that's gone? Again,
Well,
not
all
in
I
the
can
business of accusing, but it seems quite coincident that.
Well, if I may say so, he will have a problem taking the glitter off himself for a week. So if you look for someone that is twinkling in the sunlight, then maybe that's your suspect. Because you can't really wash off all that glitter.
Where did he go, did you say? You have any sense of direction?
Yeah, through that tunnel.
Through that tunnel. He looks back to his comrades. He's like, anyone feel like a boat ride? There's a small boat right there. And the three peasants, they're like, Lord Janus, with all respect, I said, anything want to feel like a boat ride? And one of them kind of takes a step forward. He's like, I'll do it. And he kind of starts to slowly walk to the boats.
Maddie will stop the man as he walks past.
Okay, yeah.
Lord Janus, this might be a job for the professionals. Do you see this here carnage? She says, and she points towards the big ass Gnoll and the blood.
Yeah, and Holimion is probably covered in blood.
Yeah, he takes.
Haven't really washed up.
He takes a good look around, and then he looks over to Holimion, and he looks to the pixie and or the fairy, and then he looks to your steel defender. Oh heavens! What is that thing? Is that your friend?
This here is one of my contraptions.
Seems like you've made a mockery of these gnolls.
Well, it was in case you wouldn't believe me when I brought them back. But I guess, well, you can have the gift now, she says, and removes the head from the steel defender and presents it to Lord Janus with a gracious gesture.
He turns around to the noble. He's like, do you carry this for me, would you? And or not the noble, but the peasant. And the peasant kind of stretches forward and takes the gnoll in the hair or the fur. And he's like, so I don't have to ride the boat, do I? It's like, oh no, send one of the others instead.
Well, when sending the professionals instead of the common rabble, it usually yields a better result, but it's it costs to send the professionals, Maddie says, and does a gesture.
So, am I to understand that you made your way down into this cave before, or after, should I say, you visited old Mr. Coyle, which is dead, by the way, and then you made your way down here and you kill a bunch of gnolls, and now you are on the hunt of an invisible person, and you want to be paid for extra.
We followed.
It gets annoyed and does not let Maddie really answer first. She goes like, is he old, by the way? I'm just asking, is he old looking?
If he's old?
Yeah.
Not
gray,
super old. He's like 50s, 60s maybe. Human.
Yeah, she goes like, oi, you old man, can you stop accusing us for killing some person we don't know? And we fucking kill these fucking dog people. You're welcome, by the way. Because they will murder everybody up on the upstairs. Like, you're welcome.
He kind of leans in. He's like, got this squint in his eyes, like he's trying to say something snappy. He's like, well, if he was invisible, how do you know that you don't know him? Ha!
Maybe it's you. Maybe I should burn you alive, like I did to the big ass gnome, because that was my work.
He kind of
and she tries to look really intimidating.
Give me an intimidation check if you want to. He looks over to the big ass gnoll, which by the way is kind of half carved and fucking brain pouring out from the side of its skull.
I didn't crack its skull.
No, but
that's the reason
maybe
why
not.
it can't be. It's burned to a crisp. That's why it can't be skinned.
That's why. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's right, actually.
I mean, a 9 intimidation. I
9.
get it. She's
He's
a tiny
not the most
fairy.
stable.
She's
this guy.
glitterish, and she's like
Yeah. He's
looking up.
He's kind of in the thought process of you have slept in a cave and you are quite a weird figure, and he hasn't really you haven't really earned his respect yet.
Yeah, and I don't have any respect for that man.
Yeah.
At all.
He kind of faces all of you and asks like, so any description of this person you said would help in the efforts of ascertaining him?
Well, Maddie will describe him as she remembers, as she would describe the professor that she remembers from Sanabor. And she will say that she has that it was reminiscent of a person that she had seen in Sanabor.
Okay, yeah, so you share the information that it's reminiscent of a person you saw in Sanabor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
Holimion is going to describe him as he have seen him. I'm just looking for the picture that.
Yeah, I can bring him up. Maybe.
No, it's in our general chat.
Yeah.
It is. Nothing is cooperating with me right now.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see. I can just do it like this. Maddie, just give me a quick intelligence check, Maddie.
Maddie?
Yeah. Kind of a memory thing going on here. Just see if I need to remove his name or no. Yeah. You remember this person, and a name during the night. You kind of process all these things, and a name comes to you referring to this person. And I'm just gonna bring him up on the map. He's not really here. It's just a picture of him. So this is the dude. And you've heard students refer to him as the Wicked One, the Dark One, the Dark Mind. He goes by, his name is Sarleen. Sarleen. Or Sarlen.
Well.
And that's what it looks like. So after you describing this Sarlen, a professor from Sanabor, Janus is kind of interesting in hearing your theories on like why has this even happened? Like he explains, like we had no idea they were down here. Seems like they have been here for some time. They've made a camp for themselves, built some bridges and some boats.
I want to do an inside check on him.
Okay. To see if he's lying?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth,
No,
or it's hard to see through his lies.
It is just like
too angry to be analyzing.
I think Maddie
kind of accusing them.
Yeah. Maddie.
On the question that he asked, Maddie, I would like to do I guess it's investigation or maybe just intelligence to try to sort of quickly look around and see if she can piece together like a good answer to that question.
Like how long have they been down here, or how is it that they don't know?
Yeah, how they managed to stay hidden and what they have been what the Gnolls have been doing,
Mm-hmm.
and how they've been able to stay hidden.
So yeah, I will say, like, without the investigation check and stuff, um you see, or how Holimion has been telling you, but the place where there was a ritual is still there. There's some papers and stuff on a table over where the fire to your right,
Mhm.
upright. Um, and there might be some answers there, but you haven't taken the time to look around yet.
Yeah, well, then Maddie will say that. She'll
Mhm.
say, "Well, I haven't quite had the time to look around. If you give us a moment, we can take a stroll around the cavern. We might find some answers together."
Yes, I will follow you.
So, well, Maddie's gonna head over
Yeah, he's gonna follow
here
you.
and
And
take a
kind
look.
of kind of
Yeah.
inspecting every step you take behind your back.
Now I want to do an
Holimion
investigation.
and
Yeah, go ahead.
Niefindil jumps over.
I fly.
And that's on the stuff on the table.
Go ahead.
Can I do an Arcana check on this weird symbol?
Yeah, we'll do the investigation check with Maddie first. With a 16, you look on the table. You see documents. You see maps and stuff. Looking around, you see written on different pages. There's he disappeared again.
No, I'm still here.
Okay, thanks. Written on different pages, you see some words that looks to have been written in some sort of code. With a 16 intelligence, I mean, yeah, that's fairly good. You managed to decipher some of the words. You see the words test sites combined with swordbreak.
All right.
You also managed to decipher further down the page Sanaboar, referring to your hometown. And the other text that is readable is kind of in the same. It's kind of in the same stuff. It's kind of mostly like thought process, handwritten.
Does it say anything about how they got there?
How they got here in the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's some sort of record of how many days they've been down here. There's some sort of journal that refers to like day 254. Like they've been down here for a while.
So Maddie conveys the information to the rest of the group.
Mm.
And then she looks towards Ace.
Yeah. With that 16 also. You make out a name. A name that you haven't heard before. I'm gonna write it in chat just so we get all the things right. But you see a name referring to some sort of wizard. Roshan Talandro. And it says wizard in Moon's Peak.
Mm.
And there's kind the text is kind of referring to this individual as as posing a threat. Not an imminent threat, but kind of this person knows too much.
A threat to the bad guys.
A threat to whatever the fuck they've been doing here.
Alright.
You're not quite sure. Like you can't really decipher all the stuff with that 16. You do also see on another piece of paper, you recognize a image of the elongated cow's skull.
Oh.
And there's a text right next to it that says, "The herald is awaiting orders. Grows restless."
Well, then she turns around. Well, this here, Guardianes, this has a clear relation to the phantom in the woods that we told you about earlier or yesterday.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder what they were doing down here. It's all a bit mysterious.
Well, have a look over here. There's something.
Yep.
That
Ace, go ahead and make that Arcana check if you want to. And he's just gonna follow and stand nearby and just be fascinated with the process.
Backstab!
Backstab! A 10 Arcana.
Can I re-roll? Do I have something that can make me re-roll?
Wait, you might do. Let's see if it's just attack rolls or it's stuff as well. Your Tides of Chaos is something you have, right?
Yeah.
You can manipulate the forces of chance and chaos to gain advantage on ability checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have taken a long rest, so yeah, go ahead and roll again if you want to.
Nice.
With advantage, so just get better than 6. Oh, that's good.
Well, that's nice.
That's super nice. Do you stand? Do you watch from where you are, or are you walking closer and really like inspecting it?
Like here.
Okay.
I don't
So
want to be
you don't enter kind of the circle.
No, I'm like outside flying around it.
Yes.
And kind of you like feeling like this.
Yeah. I mean, you draw your hand in the air over the circle. There, it doesn't seem to be active at the moment. It doesn't seem to pose any arcane threat of some sort.
Do I know what this is?
Do you speak Dwarvish? You don't.
I do not.
You do not. I mean, it's hard. The writing is in Dwarvish, and you feel as though even though
Goblin and Sylvan.
Yeah, I know. Even though it's kind of deactivated at the moment, with your small form, your body, you kind of feel as though you're being like slightly dragged into it. Like it's trying to drag you closer to the middle of this thing.
You're lagging. I don't hear you. I did not hear you. Were lagging.
You feel as though this thing is kind of trying to drag you closer with
Is it bad? Does it give bad energy?
I mean, it doesn't give any good or bad energy. It's just like it kind of feels less, even though it's deactivated, it's kind of like a residue arcane feeling going on, and it's kind of pulling you closer. You feel it
What
especially
if I-
because you're so small.
Then I want to go in the middle.
Okay, yeah. You fly into the middle. yeah, I mean nothing really happens. It is as though you are kind of standing in a very mild gust of wind, kind
But
of
is it like a
keeping you.
teleport or?
No, it's not. It's not a teleport. It's a place of ritual. There's no indications of this being some kind of gateway to another place. It's just a kind of a ritualistic place.
Hoyt at Maddie, like, Maddie, do you know dwarves?
I just sent you, Hannes, I sent you a question.
You did?
She doesn't, according to
Yeah.
the character sheet, but she is raised in Zanabor and she did attend a dwarven school.
Where did you send this question?
On Discord.
Oh my god, I don't have Discord on
private
my computer. It's fine. I'll just bring it up.
Because I would feel it's not on her sheet, but maybe she should.
Yeah.
Considering that she's actually attended a dwarven education.
Common gnomish thieves can't. I feel as though we've had this conversation, and I think what we said was like Maddie didn't care to talk to the other people enough to actually learn.
Are you sure?
I mean, I think we have this discussion. It's a fair point. I mean, go ahead and give me a like a intelligence check to see if you can decipher this thing.
Would it be possible, as she attended a dwarven school, that she can read and write dwarven but can't speak?
Yeah. I think like you can make out certain words. I would say. If it's like a very old word or a very hard word, might not be able to understand it fully. And I mean, some words in Dwarvish means different things depending on which word is in front of it and be after it, and I mean it's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
With a 15, you managed to make out some of the words. You see the words pushing.
You're lagging like a lot for me. Just so you know.
I think that's your computer.
Oh.
You managed to string a sentence together. And then you say it to yourself: pushing, pulling, gravity, and the absence of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you managed to string together with your intelligence check.
Ace is going to tell Maddie that this is kind of activated but not active.
Wow. I haven't seen anything like this before. This is some weird magic spell. But it's probably cause for concern. I'd bet my left shoe they are up to no good.
Destroy it so it can't be used.
Well, can Maddie make an Arcana check to see whether if she can figure out a way to kind of destroy it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, this one now. Come on.
Seems like you would be able to. I mean, the arcane magic that made this thing glow is no longer present. It is kind of a residue lingering from the previous activity. From your experience of ritualistic places, Some of them are easy to just like wipe out. Some of them you actually need to write something more inside the already existing text to kind of make it disappear. I mean, this one seems like it would need some kind of text to deactivate.
I mean,
Does it need to be dwarfed in? Yeah. Or can it be another language?
Can Maddie just try to put like, give it a go? Put some dwarven words that she knows that should be mean opposites. Like if she can see that that's the thing, then she's probably seen it happen, right? She's seen it done. So could she?
Yeah, but I mean, with a 25, you would also know that every ritual circle doesn't always use the same words to deactivate.
No, but can she try to put some words and see, like just?
Yeah. I mean, maybe just give me another intelligence check for this if you want to.
Not Arcana. Your intelligence is fine.
Yeah, I mean because you're kind of trying to figure out which word to use. And that goes with like kind of understanding the whole sentence and the meaning of the sentence that is written. With a 12, I mean it's kind of hard to just pinpoint if it's like it could be one word, it could be a sentence, it could be different words in different places in this ritual. It's with a 25 Arcana check. Whoever made this made damn sure that it wasn't easily destroyed.
Well, so Maddie looks up to Ace and then Lord Janus and then Holimion and says, "Well, I don't think we'll be getting rid of this one here. Maybe it's a good idea to keep an eye on it so they, whoever intends to use it can't come back easily."
I mean, yeah. Just to a quick reminder, but they've been down here for like 250 days. Probably he's been at this for the better of 150 days, maybe.
All right. Worst case scenario, the damage is already done. She also says.
Lord Janus is just fascinated, and he's just standing there in awe of you, with you figuring this shit out, because he's like, oh, it's fascinating. I wish I was an adventurer with you in my my younger days. That is. Now I'm too old and a bit too comfortable. So
he took an arrow to the knee.
He kind of puts his hands together and he's like, so what's our next step then?
Well, it's time to exact. I think your previous down payment for our services ran out when we killed the brute over there. We could happily go and investigate further, but I'd suggest another down payment. And considering the hazardous nature of the endeavor, maybe we should sweeten the deal.
Okay. Go ahead and
I hand over the 17 Gnoll ears.
You reach them out to him. He's kind of gesturing to give them to his peasants on the other side of the bridge. He's like, wild man, I'm quite sure you could hand these to my friends over there. My hands hurt a bit, he says.
Holimion goes over and hands them over to the peasants.
You see.
Then I go over to the table.
Yeah, as you walk over, you see the three peasants there. They're standing and talking. The one still holding the head from the gnoll that was taken from the Steel Defender, and they're kind of standing in there chit-chatting and kind of disgusted with the whole scene. And then you walk over and hand over the 17 ears. They're kind of, you can see they're kind of pushing each other. The other two who isn't holding anything, and they're kind of arguing who's gonna take them. And eventually, one of them just like gives in, and he kind of reluctantly takes them from you. And kind of like, thank you.
Holimion just smiles awkwardly.
Sweet. Yeah, and what did you want to do then? Sorry, you went over to the table.
Yeah, and Holimion collects all papers, maps, books, everything in one pile. If there anything else that seems to be, or that he thinks Maddie would consider to be of importance, I mean,
as the map suggests, there are some half-working weapons, some smithing tools that seems to have been stolen from the smithy above. And there's 2 chests with some gold coins in them. I'm gonna get to you, Maddie, with your check. Also, I haven't forgotten you.
yeah, but I collect all the maps and shit.
Yeah.
And he also collects the coins. They seem to be important.
I'm trying to find like how much money you were asked to you would get to investigate the thing in the woods, but I can't really find it. I have to look back. Maddie, you were trying to convince him to sweeten the deal. Go ahead and give me a.
No, she asks for additional money. I mean, she tries to convince him that they finished their last assignment. Going after it now is a new assignment.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. I'll say roll with advantage if you want to, because you have Ace beside you, and Ace looks pissed.
I want to. Thank you, Ace.
He kind of hesitates for just a second, and then looking over to Ace, and then looking back at you, he's like, "Oh, of course, a new assignment. Of course, this adventure continues. Of course, you should be paid in full."
Indeed.
Now, again, I can't really remember what I said in the previous sessions, but
he hands us a bag of gold, and we'll open it in the next session.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
He gives you a bag of gold. It's quite heavy. Yeah, and again, he's like looking around at the scene, and again emphasizing. So what are we doing now? He's saying we as suggesting that he's a part of this now.
Well, if you want to tag along, you can always hop in the boat with us. But I always figure the mayor of Swordbreak ought to focus on Swordbreak.
Oh, you be the mind in the field, and I'll be the master with my small puppets. And kind of looking over to Ace again, and kind of looking down in the ground again, as Ace is still pissed. Sorry, bad way of saying it. Of course, you're not puppets in any way. I'm paying you. That's a service.
Well,
and I'm grateful.
About the matter of more soldiers, because the last time they spoke, they talked about where they bring in the army.
Yeah.
Maddie will say, from what I gather, maybe keep them away from the forest, but an increased garrison in Swordbreak might actually not be for the worst, especially considering this here infestation.
Mm-hmm. He takes a mental note of it, and he nods. It's a good point.
Just make sure they put their barracks up themselves so you don't get them looting, pillaging. Maddie mumbles and spits on the ground.
Yes, of course, of course. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I think with that, Maddie stretches out her little hand and expects a firm shake.
He reaches out his hand. Always a pleasure.
A pleasure, Lord Yanis. Well, Maddie looks to her companions and says, "So, are we going glitter hunting?"
Are we going glitter hunting? Glitter hunt! Lord Janus says, "Glitter hunt!" No, he doesn't.
Aye. Well, Maddie starts making her way towards the boat.
Sweet. I mean, just let me know if you want to get out of the caves, and we'll just pop you back up at the surface. You don't need to walk all the way back, unless there is anything else you want to do down here.
Aren't we following him?
Holimion stops Maddie as they come over to the boat area.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully the others have left.
Yeah, Lord Janus makes his exit with the other 3 peasants, and they're kind of walking back the same direction they came from. Yeah.
Holimion just wants to check through the junk over here,
okay.
And I don't know what that is.
That's a
if
chair.
It's a table or
That's
it's a
not
chair.
a chair.
That's a stool.
A stool at best.
A stool at best.
Yes. But he wants to check through the things.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. I'll say with advantage because there's a smell in the air.
Ooh.
And we all know how much you love smelling things.
Investigation, or can I use perception?
You can use perception if you want to.
That's smelling.
Because you have such pretty beard.
Advantage on stuff with smell. No.
I mean, there's a smell coming from one of the crates. Smells like some sort of bread.
I'm going to open it.
Yeah. You open crate after crate. You eventually find one of the crates. There's a small loaf of bread. 1/4 of it has begun to what's called mold.
Mold.
Yeah.
But
what are you doing?
Are there several? I throw it away.
Yeah.
Are there many crates?
I mean, there are as many crates as you see in front of you. I mean, there's different stuff. Some of them have food in them. Some of them have yeah, what else? I mean, just like
Junk.
yeah. There's stuff like that are supposed to be in houses. There's like different bowls and stuff that looks to be like quite well made. Some of the stuff is probably stolen from Swordbreak.
If
Yeah.
I find nothing of interest, I go over to the
I mean,
others.
there's nothing really of value or interest.
Yeah.
It's just
I hand
junk.
over all the papers to Maddie.
Okay.
Maps and stuff that I've collected on the table, and I hand over the coins as well.
Thank you. I'll hang on to these.
Yeah. Maddie, you can write down that you got we'll say 32 gold maybe.
32.
Yeah.
That is 54. And now we good. And I'm gonna add the maps.
Yeah. The maps that you find is like maps over the nearby region. You see on the map, you see Swordbreak, you see Daybreak, you see to the left of it, you see the beginning of the Jade Woods, and to the south of the Jade Woods, you see there's a small mountain chain, and there's a text next to the small mountain chain, and it says Moon's Peak. So I can actually like send you a copy of the map after if you want to. I can put it in the chat afterwards.
I'm gonna put it down on the.
Yeah. You can write it down. It's fine.
Yep.
But it's kind of like a.
Are there any more markings on the map?
Is there any more markings on the map? That's a good question. Yeah, I mean there would be some kind of text over the Jade Woods as well, referring to the Herald, referring to the elongated cow skull that he calls the Herald. And I mean, yeah, as I said, Swordbreak. You see
Daybreak, Jade Woods, and the
exactly.
mountains.
Yeah.
Very good.
I mean, just very close to the mountain chain, but like further to the southwest would be the town of I think Rex Ridge. It's kind of by the coast, but that's further away. But you kind of get a sense of distance and measurements as you're looking at this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Well, Maddie's gonna hop into the boat, and she's gonna sit in the back, and she's gonna study the maps with using the steel defender as a sort of a footrest.
Mm-hmm.
While she's patiently waiting for Holimion to start rowing.
Ace would maybe sit by the front of this small boat as you start to slowly make your way into the tunnel. Yeah, as I said, you start to row away from this, leaving the cave. What was that
it's
for?
It's Niefindil who rows. It's Niefindil rowing.
He's kind of biting the oars, kind of splashing with one paw in the water. He's like, wow, wow, wow.
I guess Holimion rows. He have never done this before, and it goes terribly.
I think Maddie, as Maddie is looking at the map, she's like looking up now and then. It's like, kind of like directing you to do this, do that. Maybe, I don't know.
Roll a 14. He kind of quickly.
Yeah.
He kind of quickly picks it up and understands how to row.
Yeah.
But he does it wrong. He sits
Facing
turned
forward.
looking to the front.
Yeah, exactly.
But he kind of quickly picks up how to do it.
Yeah, I'm imagining kind of a gondola situation. He's like standing in the front with one leg raised at the bow of the ship or the boat, and just like standing in front, rowing like this.
Yeah.
And kind of keeping the balance at the same time, making it super hard on himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll say you eventually make your way. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was nothing.
Okay.
I just noted that the steel defender is left out of the boat.
It's just. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The steel defender was on the boat. Yeah. So eventually you start to make your way into the tunnel, and I'll say after like a good 10 minutes or so of rowing in this narrow tunnel, it kind of shifts. Like it's narrow for a bit, and then it kind of opens up, and you see like there's some small ledge to like park the boat and rest for a bit if you want to. There's some fungi growing in the tunnel as well, lighting up the place. And eventually you make your way out into the sunlight, the daylight. And you make your way out into the lake. Just southeast of Swordbreak. And yeah, maybe that's where we'll end for tonight, because it's about time, and I shall do some preparing for our next session.
I'm really tired of
Yeah,
that.
it's fine. Yeah. So yeah, you all... Oh, it's not the boat. Yeah, fuck it.
You survived.
You survived, and you gained knowledge, and yeah, you're in it. And I'll make sure to see how much money he promised you last time, and make sure to take that in account when receiving this bag of gold.
I think he promised us all the money.
All the money?
Yeah.
If I'm not remembering incorrectly, I think it was 400, but I'm not entirely sure.
All the money.
We'll see. I'm gonna look it up.
Well, Maddie rolled a strength saving throw for receiving the bag of gold, and it's obviously too heavy.
It's obviously all the money, because I can't carry it.
It's too heavy for Maddie to. She fell when she grabbed it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, but next session we'll start with you coming out of the cave and. Oh my God! What is going on?
That was one that you should have saved.
Oh, you should have saved that one.
Forever.
I rolled to see if Ace was able to pick it up, and she was. Point first.
It's not that even.
Okay, sweet.
Pushed it off the boat. Blip. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so we'll see you next time. Peace out and all that things. And thanks for tonight. End stream. End session. Bye.
End session.
Oh.